soro no yewana wasurenana. Erire Biafra go manao. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in Urobo dialect and Isoko. Lucky star is sinking, I'm sinking, Udogu, Ekpa. Amorotomo agbada bururu. Amorotomo agbada bururu. Excellency Simon Ekpa. Nieruwe yo withowe salute. Go with the same. The freedom you brought you were for us. Urobisoko with the same. No. Amorotomo agbada guru. DM Simon Njoku. You have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your tide cannot be seen easily. I search around the whole world, the greatest freedom fighter. We, the Robo and Isoko, we appreciate you awesome. Worry sister say you are so good, you are so wonderful. Clara Dimu say you are so good. Amorutamo agbada. Helen Peter say you are so good. That is it. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amorutamo agbada guru. Urobisoko with the sedo. What a wonderful man. The good guy. It's only the food that we eat. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. Urobisoko with the seno. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. Urobisoko with the seno. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna Wabadaguru. Amorotomo agbada guru. Amorotomo agbada guru. Urobisoko with the seno. Urobisoko with throw a salute. Even lucky star in the seno. You do well, with the seno. That you do well, we salute you, we throw a salute. Patricia Urobo say you are so good, you are so good. Amorotomo agbada guru. I am in tears of joy, for your good work cannot be quantified. Amorotomo agbada guru. Ewo, isuko bijise.
Those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is the message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born. Do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Moroku, Nijimwero Mwekumu Biafra. When the Siputa. Makamwero wekanyi naga Biko kulie luo Okeruo Biko kulie Iye jamalike Okeruo
Owele ndia boroku Makamwero wanyi Owele ndia buruchekwa Makamwero wewu Biafra Biko kulie luo Biko the spirit of Biafra Biko kulienu nogeruo Mwere ne Biafra kidiemume Biko bilienu nogeruo Ohamadike nona donjon Umuke kweki hereme yae Bodike Mbosi hike rura chobalike Biko kulienu nogeruo Biko iye jamalike nogeruo. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, Master Simon M. Upon the smooth Gabaniru Naibuna, new brother and dad from my Ebudo, or Guinea. Master Simon Ekpa, Emesu Wokwere, Onyendu. Iye jamalike ruo, Imokwa Simon Ekpa Wujie. Iye jamalike ruo, Simon Ekpa Watakatabo. Ojuda kwenyi, Mkwikwe Onyendu Kinebe Tata. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Mwa Prime Minister Onyendu. Aniga Wanuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you, Mwa Simon Ekpa Onyendu. The question is this: if Nigerian government failed to organize referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom for Biafra? And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you are looking for 100 men, you will find 50 in me. Okwe Bucharangui, Master Simon Ekpa, or Guinea. Master Simon Ekpa, Biko Kaka Njoku, Atakata Kaina Boki, Ojuda Ueyi, Onyendu Kinebe Tata.
I am 50 men, oh yes, and I said bros. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Mwa Prime Minister Onyendu. Aniga Wanuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you, Mwa Simon Ekpa Onyendu. Ohamadike Biafra, Dahi Moroku Anyarole. Iye jamalike ruo, Biafra Republic Government Awujie. Iye jamalike ruo, Commander General Lekwechiri. General Buduso, Suna Atakata War. Commander Holy Ghost, Okonyendu Borokunu Nazatata. Biko kulienu nogeruo. Biko kulienu, iye jamalike nogeruo. Biko
Abuja maka Biafra. Oro putara anyị onye ndu here Simon Ekpa
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Biafra Republic! Biafra Republic!
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on this morning episode of our program. I welcome everyone that have connected to this platform this morning, wherever you are joining us from. If you are connecting to this program from the TikTok, or you are joining us from Facebook, or you are joining us from YouTube, which is where we are hosting the program, I welcome every one of you, and I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I accept my greetings according to your time zone. If you have not yet followed this platform or subscribed, please kindly subscribe and make sure you share the program to all platforms. Share the program to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you, so that this information will go very, very far. For those who are joining us for the very first time, this is a platform that is under the Biafran government. A platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nandekam. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack any persons or individuals. We do not come here for saga. We don't come here to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to bring the plight of Biafran people before the whole world. We come here to tell the world what is going on in Biafra land. In this very platform, we bring to the knowledge of the world the true situation in Biafra land. We expose the war that the Nigerian government have been fighting against the Biafrans since 1967 up to date. The genocide Nigeria has been committing in Biafran territory since 1967 up to date. The lies, propaganda, and blackmail they push out there that people have begun to believe because we refuse to respond. The time has come for us to respond to all those lies, and we are exposing them one after the other. That is the purpose of being here. Also, to encourage Biafrans far and wide to continue to focus on their freedom, to remind them of their right to pursue self-determination, their right to pursue self-defense, and their right to life. That is why we are here. In this platform, we are here to encourage Biafrans and let Biafrans know that it is time to be who they are supposed to be. It is time to put themselves first. For a very long time, we have put other people first. We have tried to make everybody be comfortable. We have tried to make everybody feel loved. But in all of that, we have never been loved. We have been paid back with hatred and all manner of blackmail and propaganda. The time has come for us to take back our name and be who we are supposed to be. That is why we are here. The Biafra I am talking about, for if you don't know where Biafra is, for those who are watching for the very first time, you know the whole world is watching. People who are from other parts of the world are watching. Biafra is a country that existed from 1967 to 1970. Nigerian government, with the help of the international community, the world powers, fought against Biafra, took over Biafra land, and occupied Biafra land up to date. They committed genocide, which has not been recognized, and no one has been punished for the genocide committed in Biafra land. The United Nations have refused to recognize the genocide in Biafra land. Instead, they go ahead and begin to appoint and recognize people who played active role in that genocide. It is sad, but this is the truth that we must bring out. This is the truth they are hiding for a very long time. We must have to start shouting about it so that the people of the world will know. We are not saying these things to seek pity for anybody. We are not saying these things with hope that anybody is going to listen. But we are saying it that nature will hear us and will bear us witness that we spoke, because we are going to react. We are already acting. We have taken our fate into our own hand. Today, Biafran land is under occupation by the forces of the slave master, by the Nigerian terrorists, sponsored by the British. They continue to commit crime against humanity in our territory, Biafra land. And we cannot keep silent anymore. That is why we come here every morning to talk. So if you're a lover of freedom, help us to share this program and let it go far to other places. The pursuit of self-determination of Biafran people is not against any individual. It is not against any tribe. It is not against any religion. It is to save humanity. For the people who feel threatened because we are asking for our freedom, I am sorry. We are not going to look back. For those who feel threatened because we are demanding for our rights, I am sorry. You are going to see more of us. Every indigenous person in that zoo called Nigeria, if you know what is good for you, or if you care about humanity, you should ask for the disintegration of the zoo. It is not an evil call, not a call for war, not a call for chaos, but a cause to save humanity. It is a call to save humanity. The contraption called Nigeria is a time bomb that is going to explode any moment from now. That is why the Biafrans are taking a bold step to save it. Saving the indigenous people in that contraption is saving the world. Because if it happens, it is going to affect every part of this world. The British created that environment and they called it the largest black African nation. Took people that have different values, that doesn't have any resemblance whatsoever, and merged them together by force. Today, we have woken up and we say we don't want to be part of that evil entity anymore. And the only way to save the indigenous people that are trapped in that contraption called Nigeria is to disintegrate it peacefully. Everybody go their separate ways. We have been making this call for a very long time. But at this point in time, in 2024, it is either they like it or not, it's going to happen. Either by peace or in pieces. The zoo is going to end. Everyone is going to go their separate ways and go back to the drawing board. The Arewans will go their separate ways. The Middle Belt will go their separate ways. The Ududua people will go their separate ways, and the Biafrans will go their separate ways. Build a country that is suitable for them. Lay a foundation that is suitable for them. If they want to be an Islamic state, fine. They create it by themselves, for themselves. If they want to be a secular state, they create it for themselves, by themselves. and those that accept it through a referendum, then we have it. The majority carries the vote. That is the popular saying everywhere. Remember, democracy is a game of number. For the Biafran people who have the number, that is why we are not looking back anymore. These are the reasons why we are coming online on a daily basis to speak. So when you see us speak online, do not feel threatened. We are not against you. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your location. It doesn't matter your ideology. When you see us as Biafrans speaking on various platforms, we are not against you. We are not your problem. Focus on your problem. The instruments of oppression, the system that holds you down, holds you captive, and refuses to let you go. The system that have been put in place to keep you down and make sure you do not progress. A fool at 40 is a fool forever. So they said, how old is the Zoological Republic? How old is it? The most important thing that it has exceeded the expiring date. Even the British that created the Zoological Republic through Loluga, they said after 100 years you can renegotiate. The 100 years expired since 2014. And the criminals that are benefiting from the zoo have refused to renegotiate. They will tell you that the unity of the zoo is not negotiable, and they act it out. But in 2024, under the command of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, they will be forced to negotiate, and there's no two ways about it. That is why we come online to create this awareness. So when it starts happening, you wouldn't say you were not told. Don't say you were not warned. Every single thing you see that is going to happen, we will tell you before it happens. The Biafran people are out. This program is an interactive section. If you have a contrary opinion, if you have a superior opinion to present, join me on David Harbour channel. Click the link, come in, and make your contribution. If you have a superior argument, join me on David Harbour channel. Whether you are a Biafran or non-Biafran, regardless your own belief and your ideology, whether you are an African or not, wherever you are, and you have a superior argument, come to David Harbour channel, click the link, come in, and make your opinion known. The world is watching us. At the end of the day, it's either you learn from us or we learn from you. Why we are here is to present our case before the whole world. And we will continue to do so. Unapologetically to anybody. It doesn't matter whether you agree with us or you don't agree with us. We will present our case before the whole world. Gone are the days when we were begging, crying, writing petition, protesting, and everyone pretend that they're not seeing us. Today we are in restoration and we are no longer begging anybody. My fellow Biafrans, we have come to speak to Biafrans, and we are here for the Biafrans. If you are a Biafran from any part of Biafra land, among the 40 states of Biafra, if you are from the old southeastern region, the present south-south, southeast, lower Benue, lower Kogi, this message is for you. This platform is for you. Feel free to come in. You can speak in your own dialects to capture your own audience. It is allowed. If you are a Biafran, you can use any Biafran dialect to speak. I welcome everyone that have connected to this program. May Chukwu Okuka be my guide and protect every one of you. I welcome you, my beloved brother Christian. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Mazi Chooks, good morning, my brother. God bless.
You're welcome, my beloved brother. So before we go into the topic fully, let us watch these few commercials, very important programs that we have ahead, so that our people and those who are watching will be carried along and not forget.
Okay.
We know Biafra. We know Afro. We know BFR, Raffle Jingo. My people, follow who no road. His Excellency Simon Ekpa Njoku. Na him they carry us enter Biafra. He they play the show.
no be lie. The good guy, Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government, in exile, when they for Obodo Yibo, Finland, with him government, na him they do the wonder. Say make you join, follow up, he go sweet you for body. Freedom today, better for you and your pikin them. I dey tell you. You can still bring ogbonge raffle draw with big money when you go win. I dey tell you, no be lie. Starting from on the 29th of November, go reach December 3rd. Now this thing they happen 2024. And make I shock you, the money, it makes sense well. $20 and total winning prize $10,000. A first prize $5,000, third prize $2,000. BFR, no sit down, no sit because sit down look na dog name. They want from here gather money to build Biafra where you they cry for sins. You go also win too, no play.
Biafra is our home. A referendum is our right.
Brgie USA is welcoming our Obakaobi, His Excellency Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa to United States USA for a town hall meeting, and Brgie, Texas will be presenting the Kola Nut, Iwa Oji. Therefore we are inviting wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafrans, well-wishers and all lovers of freedom to this great event.
We are going home. Keep on fighting, yeah, ooh. Stop. Keep on fighting, yeah, ooh. Stop complaining, oh na na na. Get ready, good people of Biafra and lovers of freedom all over the world, for this invitation announcement as we approach the December Biafran historical event in Finland 2024. The Biafran Redeclaration Sponsorship Committee and its members are inviting all Biafrans and friends for a mega fundraising this Sunday, October 20th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Biafran time. Always remember that the enemies understand what is coming and the wait for result. So the harder we push and support financially, the more the enemies tremble. The closer we get to the promised land, the tougher we expect it to be. Together we shall win, and the sun must surely rise this year. Biafran first, Biafran Exodus, and Biafran Republic Government in exile. Bon. Shout out to them soldiers, where they find them, where they find us. Stand strong and courageous, cause if you leave them, they will cage us. Shout out to them soldiers, where they find them, where they find us. Stand strong and courageous, cause if you leave them, they will cage us. Brother, it's a matter of time, truth to prevail all your days.
After today, if anything happened to anybody in Biafra land that mention their name here, we are going to change the game. And the game we are going to change will be a different economy. All of you will pay the price.
Welcome back, Biafrans. Welcome. Thank you for your patience. I'm waiting for that very commercial. I appreciate every one of you that have joined us this morning on this program. As we always do, we have come once again to preach the gospel of Biafra. We have no other business here apart from talking about Biafra and encouraging Biafran people. And today we are going to take on the topic which says, it's time for all Biafrans to fall behind Biafra Republic Government in Exile Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. He's the new hope. It is time for us to fall behind our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is the new hope of Biafra. It doesn't matter what you think. Your envy, your jealousy, your hatred cannot change this fact. And I want everyone that is watching us across the world to know that you do not choose a leader because you love him. You don't choose a leader because he's from your village. You don't choose a leader because he's your brother. You don't choose a leader because he's rich or poor, short or tall. You don't choose a leader because they are popular. You choose people because they are qualified, even if you hate them. Even if you don't love a leader, if that person is qualified, allow them be and be. That is where sensible people think, and that is how leaders are being chosen. In sensible environments, you choose people because they are qualified for the position, not because you love them, not because your love has nothing. It is not your love that determines who becomes who. You choose people because they are qualified for the position. And today, I tell you, there is nobody much more qualified among those who are talking about the freedom of Biafra than the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I am not telling you that he's the most intelligent man in Biafra land. I am not telling you that he's the richest in Biafra land. He is not the wisest in Biafra land. But I'm telling you that in this restoration of Biafran struggle, among everyone that is there, he is the most qualified. If you have any other person that is more qualified than him, among people who are shouting for the freedom today, if you know any other person who is more positioned to handle that position, please click the link and come in and speak to us. Write on the comment section and tell us who the person is. We are ready to listen to you. My beloved brother Christian, take the stage and speak to Biafra, my brother Christian.
Yeah, frankly, just like you are just emphasizing now, not just even in the struggle, because God knows, He knows better, and we must accept the fact that He is God. God is God. So there's no. I have thought about this very thing you said now. Quite frankly, I've thought about it. I've weighed it from every angle. There is no better. Again, like you said, we're not talking about academics, diploma, certificates, or height, or status, or whatever. There's absolutely. You tell me who and where. In America, in Europe, in Africa, where is that Biafran from the hinterland Biafra to coastal region? Where and who and how is anybody better qualified than someone? A guy whom God, from even before he was born, knew that these are the things he was going to do and prepare him to be in a place, in a country that is well suited to do this job. So you see, it's very painful that when Biafrans don't rally around 100%, rally around him. I can understand that it's not going to be 100% because there are those who are benefiting from the zoo, from Nigeria. So, so that selfish interest will always be there. But for the most part, majority Biafrans are expected to queue behind a guy who is the qualified, who is the right person. Again, because the level of pressure, the level of attack, the level of everything put together that Nigerian government with their politicians, the Southeast politicians and the governors, the Biafran politicians and the governor have put for more than 2 years now, maybe a little more than 2 years now, against him, and he's still standing. And not only is he still standing, he's growing more and more. Simon Ekpa is growing more and more. The more they attack him, the stronger he becomes, the more enlarged he becomes.
Absolutely.
It just in a clear term let you know that, yeah, this is a man born for this. And he was well prepared. And every other thing that happened before, was just a preparation for a time like this. So it's not rocket science. I don't know why people can't simply see, but I guess it is what it is. So obviously, a lot is going on, but I am very confident that Biafra is going home. So no, that has sealed and signed by Chukwu Okabiyama. Biafra is going home. So like we discussed I think it was last week, I said every publicity, as far as our freedom is concerned, every publicity is a good publicity, because the Sunday Igboho and their group, whatever, okay, they went to Britain, and whether for good or for bad, it always turned out for good for us, because now everybody can see why, you know what I mean? So obviously, personally, I do not expect, I don't know what their intentions were, but I do not expect that Britain, that who see, Nigeria is their business center, right? So how are you gonna think that they will go and say, go ahead and dismantle it? No, if you have to show them, they haven't even shown that they are serious. That is the point, because like Biafra, they know that yes, we are fed up, we are going out. They know. And 2024 is not 1967. They know that. But for you to now go and give them letter and say maybe for them to approve or support you, no, they will never do that, because nobody, the crow open eyes, carry sand, put inside and Gary. That is what it means. You know, they benefit from Nigeria. They created it. They run it through the Fulanis. It's as easy as open. It's as clear as day and night. Everybody know. You know, most people, well, maybe they don't know, or they're just being deceitful to themselves. But Fulani runs the country on behalf of the Britain. So everybody knows that. You know, but when I look again, I begin to wonder, because I think it was yesterday. I didn't work yesterday, so I was like offline. So I was going through a program, and these Eastern European countries, well, even the European countries, but mostly the concentration was on the eastern part, all this Serbia, Montenegro, and Kosovo, and Czechoslovakia. So many of these countries, they're small countries. Some are 4 million, some are 3, some 7. Serbia is 7 million. Now, I was with this guy, and he said to me that they used to all used to be together, but that it wasn't working because they're as close and as, you know, small as they are in population, 3 million, 4 million. He said, but that there's no cohesion because you might look at them as the same, but they are not the same just because they are the same skin color or whatever, but they are not the same. So that it wasn't working. That a Serbian will want to do something, then somebody from Kosovo, it becomes a drag. They are not moving forward. They are not developing. Nothing is happening. Every day, quarrel, every day, misunderstanding and fighting. So that they conclude that the best thing is, as small as they are, let everybody stay on their own.
Absolutely.
And mind their affairs as they base, as it suits them, with their culture, with their everything. So there will be peace. Peace will reign. Development will reign. So, but you begin to wonder. What exactly they see for this Nigeria? Or when we say people will absolutely not, I mean,
they see nothing. They are seeing nothing. Fraud,
pure fraud, and evil.
Wickedness. That is all they see. Nothing.
My goodness, when you look at all these people, all of them pretending to be genuine people, the Rufai. From Arise TV, we must all come together to build this country. Really?
To do what?
Must.
Ask them, come together and do what? You have been together for more than 60 years. What did you achieve?
He used the word most. So let's just say, so you believe, in spite of your so-called academic accusation or whatever, you believe that with a gun on people's head, you will force them to be one when they are not one, and you think that will work. Everything about Nigeria, it's unbelievable. Even, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, there was also this program, VOP, all right? So I saw this program among the one Darlington, an Igbo man, and another Yoruba guy. You can clearly see that Igbo, Biafrans, and the Yorubas, they are absolutely nothing in common, because the way
I have
Yoruba...
that program. I'm going to play it here. We are going to dig in that program. I have it here. I will play it.
Exactly. Because you see that the approach of the Yorubas, you know, typical Yoruba, their concept, the way they see things is different from the way we see things. You know, we, for example, we the Biafran, we the Igbo, we don't worship any human being. It doesn't matter if you are king, you are queen, you are whatever, beyond whatever. We don't. What we respect you based on your action, what you do. Right? Exactly. But for them,
you earn the respect. You have to earn it from us.
You have to earn it, exactly. It's only God.
You earn it.
Only God that we fear and we respect, regardless, because He is God. He can just take you alive just like that, and He has the right to do whatever He wants. But no human being have that power. So you see, well, if you now can talk of maybe Fulani, or that is even like day and night. That is like water and oil. That can never mix, no matter how hard you try. No matter how hard you try, water and oil can never mix. They will always find their separate way. So why then do you try to create this monster, this evil that will never move forward by forcing them to be together? And every day they come on TV to say, we are trying to build this nation. Which nation are you building? You know you're not building. Look, as we speak now, nobody is there. There's no president, there's no vice, Jesus Christ. Huh? If the thing is unbelievable, what you begin to wonder, the truly evil reign in this world. The fact that they can, because I was having a speech at some point with a guy, and he said to me, "What about America? That is with different people, different culture, blah blah blah. What of this? What of that?" I said, "But come on now, use your brain. Are you that daft? America, you're talking about America. America have one central constitutional law that everybody must abide by. Everybody.
One value system is what America has.
Yeah, because
one value system. They can accommodate you, but they have one value system, one, not two.
And you have to, regardless of where you are coming from, if you have to swear to the system, to the to the law of the land. So they don't have like their constitution, then they have another constitution in the same country, like you have in Nigeria, where in the whole northern district they are practicing Sharia law. So that already has created a conflict among the people, or irreconcilable conflict among the people by creating another law into another, So this you don't have anywhere. So, but it's not bad. If you want to have it, go on your own and stay on your own, but why do they see the need to do that? Because, for example, so it's just so simple, but again, that because the truly evil reigns in the world. That is why you have Nigeria. If not for evil, you will not have Nigeria. Because there's nothing, not absolutely, and it will never work. They will never, they say come together, it will never come together. So that is very, very, it's unfortunate, my brother. It is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, my beloved brother. You see, that is the deception we cannot afford to be part of. And I thank
never
that he has been able to give us leaders to lead us out of this cage.
Yeah.
Mazen Nandekano was given to us to lay the solid foundation. And he laid a very, very solid foundation. By waking up all Biafrans, he didn't stop in us. He woke up these Ududua people, woke up the Middle Belt. Even the North today, everyone wants to be on their own. But the evil cabals, those criminals that are benefiting from this very company that is formed by the British, they don't want to let go. They don't want to let go. I asked them, when the British come and they describe Nigeria as the most populated African country, does it have any benefits? Most populated African country, they don't even have enough soldiers to guide them. They can't provide security for themselves. The most populated African country with more than 200 million people, still they don't have enough policemen, enough army military men to secure their land. They can't produce the food they eat. They can't produce enough food to feed themselves. The most populated African country. Can anybody come and tell me the profit of being the most populated African country?
Yeah.
The only reason why they made that was to use Nigeria to manipulate other African countries.
Exactly.
Just like they do.
No Yibo now. Oyibo.
Just to use Nigeria to manipulate everywhere. Where they come, Nigerian votes go, they will tell Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Giant of Africa on what?
Yeah.
They created all these names, giant of Africa, most populated African country. What is the gain in all this title they are giving Nigeria? What is the gain in it?
If Nigeria scatter now, everybody going on. If Biafra go, Oduduwa go, Arewa go, even if Middle Belt won't create their own, even if Benin won't get their own kingdom or country, whatever, trust me, bro, that in 5 years, just 5 years, you cannot believe the level of development, the level of growth. But they know.
Healthy competition.
They know. It is a United Nations. It is a Britain. Don't know. They all know. America. They all know that when you split up the people, so that let them govern themselves the way it best suits them, the way they best understand, based on how their common ideology, everybody will do well. They know it. These are not by accident. It's design. They know it. So that is the thing. But again, that's why we have to keep fighting no matter what, because they've demonstrated that they don't want you to get better. So we cannot leave it in their hand. We have to do whatever it takes. Britain no now. Britain no. Say if like they did a referendum, went out, that they give Scotland, they gave them referendum. The people decided on their own volition to stay, right? And they even, as we speak now, they're still fighting for another one, because that is how much leeway, that is how much freedom these people have. They had one before, and they are pushing for another one, and they will give it to them. But for us, no, you don't have to. You have no choice. Just, you must stay inside. Ireland, all of them.
It's not negotiable.
You know, and this Scotland, I'm telling you now, it's not like they have their own everything put together. They have their money, their flag. Exactly. Their money, their flag, their national anthem, everything. They only govern themselves. Still, they want a total, complete breakaway. Just like what Israel did with Palestinians in Gaza, you know. Israel said, okay, you do it for yourself. Let's see what you do. At least show good faith. You know what I mean? Show that you are willing to cohabit, to live in peace with your neighboring country. You know? So, but that we never had in Biafra. Never. They have never, in Aburi, they agreed on that in Aburi, Ghana, but they came back, go and changed it, and the whole Wahala started. So, but this is what Israel gave to Palestine. What did the Palestinians did? They went and elected Hamas that have sworn that they will wipe them out. So this is why it's today. But if that opportunity they had, they develop themselves, build their country, by now everything would have been, you know, but they say no. You see, so they say no. Now, how am I going to let you have your freedom when you already have a charter that says you must destroy me? You see the problem, my brother. Now, wow.
It is sad. But we must have to continue to talk about this issue. That is why every Biafra must rally behind our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon.
Yes.
We are lucky to have a man who has a foresight.
Yes.
His roadmap is very clear. The roadmap to Biafra is very clear. It is not like in those days when you say, oh, what is your roadmap? Where are you going? Who is this and who is that? Everything is in the open and in the public. There is nothing about the restoration of Biafra today that is hidden. Every one of us should rally around behind our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon. Gone are the days when we are looking for favor or somebody that will join us. There is no point. We are more than enough to get our freedom. We are more than enough. We are not seeking for anybody. We are not trying to pet anybody. If anybody decide on his or her own volition to join us, so be it. Good. Yeah. It is for their benefit. Every indigenous tribe in Nigeria, it is for their benefit for them to have their own area, grow at their own space, in their own speed, and develop themselves. Yeah. It is for their own benefit. If you choose to do so, good for you. But for us to begin to please you, to make you like us, to make it will not happen again. We have done it for many, many years, and it never worked. The only thing they brought to us is attack, insult from right, left, and center. We are no longer trying to please anybody anymore. We have done that for many years. It's been pleasing one person or the other. It's been talking about one person or the other. It's been trying to make ourselves look in every place we find ourselves. We are always trying to explain ourselves. Whenever we come in the midst of our so-called fellow countrymen, they will want us to go extra mile to prove ourselves before they can allow us to do something. Why should it be so? Why should it be so? Why is it that in every circumstances, a person from Biafra land have to go extra mile to prove himself to be trusted? Yeah. Why should it have to be so? We have been doing this for many, many years. And up to this moment, there is no trust anywhere. They do not want to have anything to do with us. And this evil is foundational, is institutional. It has been planted institutionally. There is no way you can escape it. Yeah. The reason why they are mad today is because we have been able to destroy what they built in our land, in the river area. They try to infiltrate them, and today we have decimated that very evil. Yeah. The evil message have been preaching against our people within us, the division. They see that division is dying. The division is dying a natural death. The division in Biafra is that. That is why today they have now raised it up, and they are taking it to the Edo people. They are taking it to Benin for the Benin to take over that division. Yeah. They have failed in Biafra completely. Biafra land now, they know whom they are. You know. They know. Yeah. You know. They can't handle it anymore. Now they are going up to Benin. Yeah. To use them now to begin to create problem where there is no problem. Exactly. And it is sad for some idiots who are falling into that trap. But for us, Those people are not our problem. We don't even care about what they do.
Exactly.
We don't care. We are far, far, far ahead.
You know, the Yoruba guy that was in that VOP yesterday with one Darlington. So the Yoruba guy was making the argument that they are very deceptive. They know what they are doing. Very, very deceptive. They think that, but we are not stupid. So he was saying that Igbos have to unite to be able to get a president and I was like, so you see the madness of the people. They are just, people are just born evil. Now, Igbo unite. When Obasanjo was president, so a lot of Yoruba people voted against Obasanjo. When even these two people, a lot of people voted. So when they talk that, they talk as if because Igbo no unite, that's why they don't have a president. That is lie. That is pure lie. Because in their own Yoruba,
we have to bring up that video because that was one of the videos I wanted to use for program today.
So yeah.
You can see the division is deep. It's too deep.
Too deep. Even as we speak now, yes, I understand. One must always understand that no region here, they always people here and there that way for whatever reason, maybe selfishness or maybe naivety, whatever it is. But so that is how it is all over the world. But like the likes of Ali Onyema, look at, they are trying now to destroy him. It's also a plan in the works. These things are not just national, it's international, both international and national conspiracy. And that's what Onye Dunan Mikano said in court that day. There's this global phenomenon, but they will fail.
Global conspiracy against
us. Yeah. Yeah, because okay, you want to play this video?
Go on. When you finish, then I play. Then we can be able to discuss with whatever they say. We now analyze it and go on. Yeah,
because the thing is that they know that it's only the Igbo man that have the potentiality, right, to raise the outlook and the whole future of the black race. They know that. My dear brother, they know undoubtedly that it's the woman that have that what it takes to compete and beat themselves. They know that. Beat them on international level. So that is why they form this evil entity that will continue to be a stumbling block. And it's just deep. If we begin to analyze the whole setup, the whole global effort on what they did, you see the likes of the guy, the car, the automobile guy, innocent, exactly. If not for all the lack of support, if he was in a country where he's supported by now, trust me, we'll be exporting cars all over the place because it will grow and develop. I remember the issue of like when I came to Europe in the early 90s, there are things that happened. Back then, China was being communized, but today, nobody talks about it. And those are the times that even in Aba, shoes were being produced, handbags were being produced, so many things were produced, just name it. But if there was a government that give them incentive and encourage them rather than this blocking, rather than hindering and discouraging, by now, can you imagine what they will be producing? We will be producing anything that the West is able to produce. Then you just be a case of exchange, You buy our own, we buy your own. You don't buy our own, then we don't buy your own. But this is what they don't want. This is what West don't want. They said it that they don't want another Japan there. That is what is going on. That is the root cause of everything that is going on. Now airline Onyema is competing with them on aviation level internationally, and they don't want that.
They don't want that.
You see, the conspiracy is huge. They don't want that, and if you leave it for any other person, they will run it aground. If you leave it for North or Yoruba to run airline at the Nigerian system, after a few years, everything will just go. The same thing they did with Tibet of that cement too. They completely destroyed and decimated it, and they allow the Fulani guy to take over everything.
Exactly.
Oh, my brother. Audio.
Let us hear this program so that we can pick our discussions from there.
All right.
And now the president is a Yoruba man. Just last week, we heard Aremu Shegu Oshoba said that Nigerians should support President Tinubu, have patience with him because he is a Yoruba man and that he is also going to do another 4-year term after this one. And now we have Sunday Igboho come out to say, oh, we want the Yoruba nation to leave. Do you think that he's sincere? Because presently it is the Yoruba nation that has benefited in this presidency more than any other in terms of appointment. The North is even kicking. So do you think that Igboho is sincere or is merely playing to the gallery?
Thank you, Mr. Okoro. You see, the greatest problem of we in the South here is that we don't even know that we are being manipulated by some people who want to hold us in bondage. The Southwest and the Southeast are being manipulated in this country called Nigeria. They will use the Yoruba man against the Igbo man.
Who does that?
Some people from the North. Okay. Let me give you the history now. Remember that after June 12th, obviously the Southwest suffered more in the hands of both Babangida and Abacha. They suffered more. And that was why Nade could come up. Most of their leaders are not that. You know what happened. Now, within that period, when they now brought out, what's it called now? We are going back to civilian administration. Abdul Salami now said that the AD, which was representing the Southwest then, will not contest that election because they were not prepared. Of course, they were coming out from June 12th agitation. Those structure, nothing. And so, a Yoruba leader, Abraham Adesanya, now told Abdul Salam that if the Yoruba did not take part in this election, that they will pull out of Nigeria. Listen very well. At that time, the North knew that they are already losing grip of Nigeria. Remember, they have been the problem. They have been the problem of this country in all ramifications. They don't want things to move forward. They don't want this country to develop. They're always holding on to power as if it's their birthright. I was all over the media telling the Southwest, this is the time for us to come to the table and tell the North, let us rearrange this thing so that nobody will be a slave in Nigeria. Unfortunately, nobody listened. They went to bring out Obasanjo, who would do the business they wanted him to do for them. And he now took over. He was all holding it in trust for the North. Didn't you see what happened? When Obasanjo left, and gradually they took over power. And now, whenever you want to agitate for equal rights in Nigeria, you see how the North will deploy all the military force against you.
But Barrister Darlington, the Northerners are they the ones conducting all the elections? Because we've been voting in Nigeria.
I am coming.
That is how we select our leaders.
I am coming. My dear, don't go too far. When this thing was going on, some of us knew, and we are saying it, the Southern leaders here, why not come together? Because every time you be hearing Northern leaders, 19 states of the North, holding meeting on what to do and what not to do. You in the here, have you ever seen the Igbo man and the Yoruba man coming together to say, okay, let us stop this insult on us? So that it is our children that will inherit it. Remember, they used the Southwest, and now the Southwest have taken over, holding it in trust for the North. Immediately, Tinubu stepped down now. I'm sure the North will take over. They will now continue with what they are doing with the Southeast. My dear, if we come together, just like the North, when it comes to political power, do you know that this thing would have, all these agitations here will stop? Because they know what they are doing.
On my question, is Sunday Igboho being sincere, or is he playing to the gallery?
I want to get there. I want to go there.
Okay.
When Sunday Igboho started Nigeria, remember it was under Buhari's regime. Remember?
Yes.
Good. And the North wanted the Southwest. They needed the Southwest, the support of the Southwest in whatever they are doing here. And so when Sunday Igboho started agitating, it's not as if they don't know what to do with him. Because they needed the support of the South. Remember, Tinubu was already preparing to go to Abuja. And so they were not too keen in trying to use for the same for they are using in Southeast. So they wanted the Southwest as a link or as as a stepping stone to keep the people of the South down. And they succeeded. So when they chased on the Igboho into the Republic of Benin, they said, okay, fine, at least there will be peace now. And now they continue what they are doing. If the Southwest were serious, Mr. Okoro, remember that each time that case come up in the Republic of Benin, the entire Yoruba de la Crime, the entire Yoruba leadership will go to Republic of Benin to give him moral support until eventually Tinubu got into power. Of course, the rest is history. Mention any of their boys now that is in detention. I mean, major agitators. They are not serious, because if they are serious, my brother, this thing would have happened long ago. When we started this in 1967, if the Southwest has supported us, my brother, we will not be here today.
My brother, okay, let's stop it here. You see, he was being asked a question about the sincerity of that submission that Igboho made. And you can see his explanation and submission. And finally, for you to know that, including him that is talking, all these people, they know that Nigeria will never function. But after saying all this nonsense, they will come back and tell us, come together and do what?
Exactly.
Look at him referring to 1967, that if they have supported 1967, how many years back? How many years back? And up to today, this man is still telling us to begin to wait for people to join us before we can be able to get our freedom. You see, this is where they come. That is why I say, when anybody is making an argument based on Nigeria, you will lose your senses. No matter how smart you are, you will lose your mental. You will, first of all, take your brain and keep by the side and use animal brain and talk.
Yeah.
You see his argument. His argument was very, very nice. He made good examples. And at the end of it, he said, if they had supported, he went back to Biafran civil war to show you that these people know that the evil from 1967 has still continued up to today. And they are not thinking about the solution. They don't think about the solution. They are still telling us to talk for a better Nigeria, make Nigeria work. Well, it is so sad. But I know some of them are not sincere to themselves. Because of the way they are scared. They are afraid. But when they are speaking, at a point in time, you see that Biafra in them will come out.
Well, that is what I was going to say, that the fear also, the element of fear, you can see, but if you listen carefully, we know that they know the truth. So there's always different factors to it. Either some of them are close with Biafran politicians or governors or whatever, but they know that something is wrong, or they are not, so they speak the truth, but the fear factor comes in. So at the end of the day, they say this, they say that. So it's understandable. But that's why we have to keep doing what we are doing, because we know better. And because obviously everything he said to an extent is true. You know, even when he made mention, although we are coming to that point anyway, about Azikiwe and but it's incredible. It is incredible, you know. So there's only one way. That way is the Biafra. Nothing more, nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less. Let's listen. Let's continue to listen to them.
Yeah.
The entire Yoruba leadership will go to Republic of Benin to give him moral support until eventually Tinubu got into power. Of course, the rest is history. Mention any of their boys now that is in detention. I mean, major agitators.
No.
They are not serious, because if they are serious, my brother, this thing would have happened long ago. When we started this in 1967, if the Southwest has supported us, my brother, we will not be here today. And not to make sure they did not have. That's why they used the Southwest against the Igbos. That Biafra we are talking about in 1967. Look, is that not what we are talking about today? The Aburi Accord, who truncated it. It was the permanent secretary from the Southwest who truncated it. When Ogowori came back with Aburi Accord, Manowa, Asiodu, and all of them, they told the Gowon, don't do this, don't sign it. No, this Igbo man, he has used the person to manipulate you. Don't sign that thing, no. They made the Gowon not to sign that Aburi Accord. And you know the rest of the story. That was one thing that would have saved Nigeria from civil war. They truncated it. All because of what? The North was manipulating them. Can you see it? So in time we want to move forward, they will look for somebody they will use to make sure it does not happen. So this is that's what the boy is doing that. The Southwest say, one way or the other. You see somebody say yes. It's not as if they are not serious. If they are serious, Mr. Okoro, you will see the reaction. The same way they came out against June 12th. The same way they came out in 2012 against Jonathan. They would have done the same thing. But because a Yoruba man is in Asoro today, I cannot take them serious.
All right.
They are just playing to the gallery.
All right, Barrister.
I'm giving you instances here where they would have taken effort, made serious effort to stop the hegemony of the North against the South here.
Those are your thoughts, and we value your contribution on the program. Let me come back to Opeoluwa now. With everything going on, doesn't this spell...
Now, let us listen and pay attention to the
Nigerian states, where we have regions, groups of
listen to Afonja, his whole line of argument. You will now understand the divide that can never ever
be done. Yeah. We don't see this happen in places like America, where you have, a culmination of different people, different groups of people, different... Basically, one can say America is made up of different countries because of how large different states are in the United States of America. We don't see this call for separation, secession. Don't you think there's a larger problem here?
All right. So for Nigeria, we're having like three major issues. Number one, we're having a constitutional problem. Number two, we're having we have a resource allocation issue. All right. And number three, we're also having what we call fundamental behavioral pattern issues. All right. That is our cultural values.
Call it tribal issues.
All right. So if number one, we're having a...
he didn't want to use that word.
Yeah.
The question is...
He won't confuse people.
Are we ready? Are the leaders ready to bring the people together? Now, each time we have a conversation around that it is a Igbo man that is Nasorok, or it's a Yoruba man that is Nasorok, I'm always, for me, I always smile and look at whoever is having that conversation, as that the person is actually deceiving, either the person is deceiving himself or is deceiving the citizens. Because in this same country, we have Ayim Pius Ayim as Senate President. What was done for Nigeria? In this same country, we have Ikwe Ekeremadu as Deputy Senate President for years. Nothing tangible in the East. In this same country, we have Okadigbo as the Senate President. Nothing tangible as development in the East. Now, we are all blaming Yoruba man. In this same country, we have a Yoruba man who was in president in terms of Olusegun Obasanjo, who refused to develop his own region, even his own state. And we are still blaming the Yoruba man. When are we going to move out of this, our shackles of ethnic bigotry and conversations? The man in Asorok, corruption, nepotism, all of this has no ethnic color.
You see, I want to capture this. He said, do you see how he deviated from that comment?
Yes.
He said the man in Asorok. And he could not be able to complete that statement. He now deviated and began to speak a different
generally.
language.
Yes.
These people are very, very cunning. Very cunning.
That is whom they are. That is why.
Cunning.
That is why you
to twist the whole question to a different direction altogether.
Yeah, that is why. When he
was talking about the book, you see, he refused to mention bigotry.
Yeah.
He was trying to use another language to cover it up. And
so
the presenter reminded him bigotry.
Yeah. So
then now in explaining it now, the same thing we are saying that is the system of Nigeria. You can never see them talking about president of Nigeria. It is either Igbo presidency, Yoruba presidency, Hausa presidency, Fulani presidency. That has been the system from day one. And they are the people planting it that way. And in explanation now, he now extracted his own people. He removed his own people completely. He was not even mentioning people who has become president in the past. He's now going to other posts, titles that people have held.
Yeah.
People that you know that the president of Nigeria is the strongest president in the whole world. The strongest, the power that is hold. No other president of the world has that kind of power. Within the country.
You know, that is the level of deception that is prevalent among these people. They know what they are doing. They are deliberately traitors and conspirators. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Because he talked about Senate president. Everybody know that the president of Nigeria, they handpick, they choose the Senate president. So he have no power. That meanwhile, he forget to say that these people, oh my goodness. Now, this guy, although we are still coming to that, he was talking about tribalism. He tried to use a big English word to deceive people. The guy brought it out that is tribalism. And the tribalism, they started it because in 1952, thereabout, that is when Awolowo.
You be sent here, we get there.
But it will become cold when Darlington raise that issue. Cold go catch him. So my goodness. Okay, let's go on.
Okay.
In this same country, we have Ikwe Madu as Deputy Senate President. For years, nothing tangible in the East. In this same country, we have Okadibo as the Senate President. Nothing tangible as development in the East. Now, we are all blaming Yoruba man. In this same country, we have a Yoruba man who was in president in terms of Olusegun Obasanjo, who refused to develop his own region, even his own state. And we are still blaming the Yoruba man. When are we going to move out of this, our shackles of ethnic bigotry and conversations? The man in Asorok, corruption, nepotism, all of this has no ethnic color. Mm-hmm. A corrupt Yoruba man will be a corrupt Hausa man. Now, the question is, when we talk about the circumstances around our values, around the resources, like John Akreli said earlier on, agitation is as a result of what? Resources. Resources, resources. Now, how do we move away from there? For us to move away from that resources, we must still balance the equation of the Constitution. So you can see that everything still points towards Constitution. Everything does not point towards the Yoruba man or the Igbo man who is Nasurok. Like Dele Farotimi said, if you bring for Obama to lead Nigeria in next 8 years, it will fail fantastically. So as a result of the kind of the process we are running.
Mr. Bolowa, some people
it's not about the Igbo man that is Nasorot. The problem of Nigeria as of today is not the North. It's not the North. If you care to listen, it is the people who are ready to be manipulated that will be manipulated. If you're ready today to unite and say that I am fighting for Nigeria, as of today, we should be talking about regional government, not secession, not IPOB, not Yoruba nation. If truly we are sincere. So whoever is fighting for Yoruba nation, for IPOB nation, is not sincere with Nigeria. The real sincerity to be about regional government. So that when you come to my region,
the same regional government that we talked about far as 1967.
Exactly.
Something that Dim Odumegojuku negotiated in Aburi.
They refused.
They themselves truncated it.
Exactly.
Now you want us to go back to 1967, and you say you are sincere. You are the one that is sincere. And
he's not sincere.
Are asking for genuine end of the struggle. You say they are not sincere. Who is sincere?
He is the one.
Back, just like their president have gone to take the national anthem of a colonial master.
Yeah.
You remove the national anthem that people constructed for themselves, and you went back and took that of colonial master.
Yeah.
Who is sincere to each other?
He is the one. He is the one who is not sincere. You know why I say it? Because he is trying to say that what we should be talking about regionalism. No, that is not sincerity. Sincerity is referendum. So that is the people that will decide.
Absolutely.
If they want to be Nigeria or they don't want to. But you people want to force people to continue to be Nigeria when they are not, when they don't want. Everybody know that. So that is the sincerity. That is the mischievousness of these Afonjas. I'm telling you. These people are deliberately wicked and cunning. I'm telling you. He knows what he's doing. He's just playing the same game around. And you know why? You know why they do what they do? You know why the Afonjas, the Yorubas do what they do? Including the ones who say they want to do what? I don't trust any of them one bit. You know why? You know why? Because I always say that Nigeria has already been like shared, like a commodity. People share among themselves. The North and the Southwest, they've shared it among themselves. So for them, they are funjas. Either way is a win-win for them because they have all the international like APO, CPO, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Everything, the money they are generating, and they're also sharing or rotating among themselves between them and the North. The presidency deprived the Biafrans this. So they know what they are doing. They know what they're doing. I just wish that our Biafran people, including those, anyway, I wouldn't say the politician. I wouldn't say the politician. Yeah, I would say the politician because those ones like they've sold their soul to the devil. They've sold their mind to the Nigerian Fulani hijacked Nigerian system. But the goodness is that our people are waking up to know that Nigeria has already been shared among the North and the Southwest. Now they want to see Biafra, Southeast and South as a pawn. That is what they want, to see them as a pawn to be played. When they want give and to Yoruba, they will come together and push our side away. Then when they want go north, they just keep among themselves. That is the tactics, and we must see it for what it is, my brother.
Oh, that's really.
Now, how do we move away from there? For us to move away from that resources, we must balance the equation of the constitution. So you can see that everything still point towards constitution. Everything does not point towards the Yoruba man or the Igbo man who is Nasurok. Like Dele Farotimi said, if you bring 4 Obama to lead Nigeria in next 8 years, it will fail fantastically. So as a result of the kind of the process we are running.
Mr. Bolo, some people
so it's not about the Igbo man that is Nasurok. The problem of Nigeria as of today is not the North. It's not the North. If you care to listen, it is the people who are ready to be manipulated that will be manipulated. If you're ready today to unite and say that I am fighting for Nigeria, as of today, we should be talking about regional government, not cessation, not IPOB, not Yoruba nation. If truly we are sincere. So whoever is fighting for Yoruba nation, for IPOB nation, is not sincere with Nigeria. The real sincerity should be about regional government, so that when you come to my region, I will undo my resources. Whatever I have, I contribute to the central. Mr. Bolu, are you getting me now? Once we do that, everybody will develop, even development will come to different regions. And at that level, regional government will help to strengthening the central.
Mr. Bolu,
then we can have what?
Mr. Bolu, thank you so much.
Indigenous development, not ethnic development.
Just to be very clear, please, I'm not sure anybody here has blamed the Yoruba man. I'm not sure anybody has blamed the Yoruba man. So let's be very clear on that. And when you say that...
So people are blaming Yoruba man.
When you say that...
No, you can't disclose that. People are blaming Yoruba man.
We just asked the question. Nobody blamed the Yoruba man.
People are blaming Yoruba man.
On this studio, in this studio?
I don't know whether it's this studio.
Exactly so. When you talk about the Constitution, when you talk about whether it's a Yoruba man that is in office and people are blaming him on that, you will recall, or do you recall that between 1999 and 2007, when Olusegun Obasanjo was the president of this country, there was no agitation. Even if there was, it wasn't intense.
There was agitation.
It wasn't as intense as it is now. Because the man clearly redistributed resources equally among all the ethnic nationalities. It was even Obasanjo that convened a national conference in 2005, ahead of his exit in 2007. Yar'Adua made on the scene. There was no agitation except that in the Niger Delta, that the state itself had criminalized the people. And when they were granted amnesty, the country moved on. Jonathan came. Was there any agitation except the issue of Boko Haram and insecurity? And suddenly, a certain man made on the scene, and everything went down. And you still blame the Constitution? Now, my question is this. Do you, in all honesty, think that our problem is the Constitution, or is it a problem of leadership?
Our problem is the Constitution. Now, when we talk about leadership, how did leader get to the position?
I just told you, Obasanjo was president for 8 years. Now, Yar'Adua was president and Jonathan for 6 years. And there was peace in the land, so to say, peace.
You said there was peace. Maybe you had peace in your house as a then.
Because we didn't see the kind of process.
There is one thing I want to point out. Do you know that these people, one of the reasons why most of the time they talk against Obasanjo is because they felt that in the government of Obasanjo, he included Biafrans mainly in his government. It was in that government that the Biafran man became the chief of army staff. It was in that very government that many Biafrans were having appointments within that very government. That is one of the reasons why they hated that man, even though that man is one of the people that committed genocide in Biafra land. But each time they see you at a stage, they begin to say he's from Biafra land. They say he's an Igbo man because of the way he tried to manage some things. This is a fact that when you begin to look at the hatred, there is nothing else to think about than to leave this zoo, and we must leave it as soon as possible. Everybody should rally behind our Prime Minister Samaneba. We are going out.
Agitation in Niger Delta. Obasanjo has to level up some community. What happened? And there was supposed to be genocide in that time. Are you aware?
What happened? Do you agree to the fact
that you aware that there was
people killed soldiers in OD? People killed soldiers. Do you approve of that? That was why Obasanjo commanded the military to take charge of OD.
But that was an agitation.
This one has come again. People kill soldiers. That was why the soldiers now went to Udi to kill people. What did the soldiers do? Do people just rise up and kill soldiers? Why don't you start the story from the beginning? What did the soldiers do against the people? What did the soldiers do? The people didn't just rise to go and fight against the soldiers. What did the soldiers? Just like the one that happened at Okwama. This one that happened at Okwama, in the next future, now they begin to say that Okwama people attack soldiers. You will see their media, when they want to explain the Okwama incident, they will say the Okwama people went and attacked soldiers. But that is not the truth. It was a problem between the military themselves, their bunkering activities. And the problem arises within themselves. Instead of handling their problem among themselves, they went and began to fight against the people in the community. But in the near future now, they will tell you about the story of Okwama. They will tell you that people rose again and they killed soldiers. Now you see how this man is reporting it. That people fought and killed soldiers in Udi. What did the soldiers do? Why don't you start the story from the beginning? That is why you see Nigeria is a bunch of lies. They mix up things. And when you begin to argue and speak on issues of Nigeria, you are bound to throw away your brain and talk like an animal. We must leave this zoo.
It was an agitation. It was the militancy. But you said there was peace in Obasanjo.
Mr. Okpoluwa, hold it. Let me tell you. There was agitation in the Niger Delta because of militancy. The state had clearly criminalized the Niger Delta people. And when Yaradua came, what did he do? He granted them amnesty and everything quietened down.
But there was agitation.
Didn't I say that? I said it wasn't as intense as it is.
No.
That everybody
you are coloring black to be blue. And there was a serious agitation. There was serious agitation. Do you think that is the problem of leadership or that of the constitution? Because Obasanjo created the same constitution Yaradua did and Jonathan did. You are Okoro. If you and Barrister Darlington enter Aso Rock today with the kind of constitution we are operating, you will fail fantastically. That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Okpoluwa, a whole lot of people.
Did Obasanjo succeed?
Mr. Okpoluwa,
did he succeed?
Obasanjo succeeded.
He did not succeed.
Obasanjo succeeded.
He did not succeed.
Obasanjo left the economy.
A man that did not develop his region, you're saying that he succeeded.
Mr. Okpoluwa, some people are now saying.
You saw what Buhari did to Napa region.
Mr. Okpoluwa,
he developed his region.
Mr. Okpoluwa,
Obasanjo did not develop his own region. He said he succeeded. He said he succeeded. I'm surprised you're having this conversation.
The northern region that is still posting figures of the poorest of the poor.
Mr. Okpoluwa, now the question is this: since you have just pointed out,
where's the railway line that Obasanjo did in Southwest?
Mr. Okpoluwa, since you have just pointed out a whole lot of things, now you made mention of how some people have been there from a particular time to this point. You made mention of people who are Senate presidents, and you also remember that you have Senate presidents also from other parts of this country. But I was surprised that I didn't make mention of a Nigerian or Southeastern and Igbo man who is a president, when you're making this thing. And this is where some people are actually hinging on when they make their own. Because they said, why, since you have tried all these people and it didn't work out, why not let the people who have been clamoring, who have been talking more about this, get to that position? Why is it difficult?
No.
Let us give it a fair trial so that they will now say they have tried and they failed. They will now know it is a case of the whole constitution, just like you're pointing out.
Now, as a people, we must understand that we have not been sincere and fair to ourselves.
I want you to pay attention. Everybody in this platform, pay attention to this part. You are going to see the true color of an Afonja. Pay attention to this very part that he's going to speak now. Just pay attention. Listen carefully to the response of this man. You will understand that the only solution for you as a Biafran is to get your own nation. Every one of us should rally around behind our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Forget that your hatred and jealousy and envy. Keep it aside. Let us pursue our collective interest. When we have gotten our Biafra, every nation can go on their ways. Even if you are 4 or 5, you want to exist in your own, it is okay. Be on your own. I want you to pay attention to this very part. This response that this man is giving, pay attention. You are going to learn a lot, and it is going to blow your mind. Some of you don't know the mess we are in, but I want you to listen.
So that they will now say they have tried and they failed. They will now know it is a case of the whole constitution, just like you're pointing out.
Now, as a people, we must understand that we have not been sincere and fair to ourselves, both at the national level and also at the regional level. There's nothing stopping somebody like Rochas from representing you in the last government.
Listen.
But the same set of Easterners gang up against Rochas. There was nothing stopping somebody like Soludo of becoming the president of Nigeria. If Soludo should come out today to become president of Nigeria, I, as Yoruba man, I'll be number one to be his campaign manager.
Let's bring it back again to the just concluded election.
Divided your region.
Bring it back to
the national.
Bring it back to the just concluded election. Just concluded election.
Refuse to unite himself.
Just
get the presidency.
Just concluded election.
We brought a P2B, and you saw the inroad he made in the last election. Why was it that the Igbos were asked not to come out and vote? Every time Igbos should go, especially in this Lagos, the so-called Center of Excellence. Why is it the Constitution that said that every time, whenever the people of Lagos feel like, they will tell the Igbos, don't vote, go back to your state, go back? Is it consistently? Tell me any time such a thing has happened in the Southeast. Mention the time.
Nobody is disturbing from voting in Lagos. If they disturb you, how come you're having 2 commissioners? How come you're having chairman who are Igbo men in Lagos State? Really? How come you're having vice chairman who are Igbo men in Lagos State? If I don't know anything, I know of Amu Odofin and I know of Ajero Mifelu. The current vice chairman is an Igbo man, a core Igbo man.
You are not being sincere.
How did you get to that position?
If
you unite yourself as an Igbo people, you will get the presidency. When you continue to divide yourself because of who you are, you can't get the presidency. It's as simple as that.
And that makes me...
It's not the problem of anybody. It's not the problem of anybody.
Mr. Okolu, I don't like the fact that you are wrongly profiling and
I'm telling you, we are
you divide yourself. You are outburst, you need to check it. You say the Igbos can never get the presidency.
Can you imagine?
If you unite yourself, you get it.
You are on national television.
If you unite, you will... Look how he did. Look how he did for Peter Obi. Look how you united for Peter Obi and you got the figure. If you can unite in the next election, you will get 2027. What we did in 2023, if you can unite once again, you will get it.
We are not united.
No, you will get it.
You said we are not united.
2027, prepare for it.
You said we are not united.
2027, prepare for it. You will get it.
United when Tinubu got it.
Barrister.
Tinubu got it because the Yoruba...
Barrister, please hold on.
Please, be sincere to yourself.
Mr.
Meanwhile, the North are telling that they are the one that gave us the vote.
If you are ready.
Now you have seen the color of a true Afonja. You have seen this man, all this while, now you have seen his true color. When you look at the kind of instances and examples he's given, you will now understand that the solution to Nigeria is disintegration. There is nothing you can do to make Nigeria work. Nothing. Nothing. And anybody that will come and tell you to go to your governor, you are not being sincere to yourself. The institution called Nigeria is structured in such a way that you will never do anything to favor you. What are you going to do to the governor? The governor in the state has all the powers, and the federal might will support the governor. The federal might, it is only the federal government that have the right to checkmate the governor. They give allocation to the governor will squander the money. Even they will help the governor to tell the governor to reserve the money for himself for election. They will manipulate the governor, allow the governor to steal as much as he can. They will advise the governor to steal and turn a blind eye so that the governor will allow them to manipulate and exploit the resources in your area. It is about the politicians. You can't do anything. The only thing to solve the situation of Nigeria is to end this entity called the zone. There is no trust. We don't have the same value system. The way the Oduduwa want to solve their problem out is different from the way Biafra want to solve their problem out. The way the Arewas will solve their problem is the different way from the way Biafra solve their problem. Let every region go their separate ways and solve their problem. Why must I be connected to you? Why must we be having that central resort? We don't want anything that is connected to that name, Nigeria, because the foundation is faulty. The foundation of Nigeria is faulty. It is built on a faulty foundation. From the beginning, the election of Nigeria was rigged from day one. The British rigged it. It's not even the Nigerians. The British rigged the first election. The British rigged the very first election that was supposed to make Nigeria a nation. They rigged it in favor of the North. I didn't say it. A British man confessed to that. A British man confessed to that they rigged the very first election that was supposed to make Nigeria a nation. They rigged it in favor of the North. Because they were afraid that they cannot be able to manipulate the Southerners. And since that election was rigged, they handed over the authority, the power to the Northerners, to the Fulanis to be precise, to continue to manipulate and hold Nigeria as their space, while they themselves continue to take the resources free of charge. That is the system on the ground. And except you abide by that system, you cannot have any authority in Nigeria. Every governor is planted by Asok themselves. The people don't choose their governor. I don't see why somebody will tell me to go and meet your governor. People do not choose their governor. Hope Uzodinma was not chosen by their people. Look at, they just concluded a state governor, a state election. They just concluded a state election. Buhari from Tinubu from Asarok boasted that he's going to put an APC governor, and he did. Already, you see the man in Abia State. The people put him, and he's doing some kind of work. Today, somebody is boasting that he will remove him and make sure that somebody else comes in. And you think he's not going to do it? They are going to use all the federal might to do it. The same way they planted the Soludo you see in Anambra State was planted by the federal government. How can you think that these people are going to work? How do you think you're going to checkmate them? How can you question them to do what you want them to do? And this is a study, this is a system that has been planted on the ground. There is nothing you can do to stop that system. It is a system. It will continue over and over again. Why is it difficult for you to understand? Wherever you are watching this program, I want you to understand the only solution is to align yourself behind the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the government of Biafra. We must have aligned ourselves. Already we are out. The template is very clear. The strategy is clear. The program is clear. Align behind him. By the time the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra made by December 2nd, we are going to defend our territory. What you should be bothered about today is how are you going to support? How are you going to support the new hope, Mazi Simon Ekpa? How are you going to support the Liberation Army? Because listening from the tone and the discussion here, you will understand that the zoo is irredeemable. Somebody is taking us back to 1967. How could any human being be referring us back to 1967? When we say the zoo will not work, before your own very eyes, a president went back and took the national anthem of a colonial master and brought back. In a time when every other African country is running away from their colonialists. You can see Africa Coast moving away, Mali moving away, Niger moving away. Nigeria is embracing the colonial master and bringing back, calling them to come and take over completely. My fellow Biafrans, we must wake up before it is too late. And I thank you about that. More than 90% of Biafrans are awake. and there is no going back. Let us hear them more.
You will get 2027.
All right, gentlemen.
Along with Peter Obi, you will get 2027.
No, you are not the one to decide. You are not the one to decide.
Well,
what we are saying here,
we don't appreciate the gentleman. We don't appreciate the profiling of an ethnic group, and we also do not appreciate this sort of outburst. We are
I
here
want you to get back that very statement that man made.
Unite yourself as an Igbo people.
The hatred
Soludo of becoming the president of Nigeria. If Soludo should come out today to become president of Nigeria, I, as Yoruba man, I'll be number one to be his campaign manager.
Let's bring it back again to the just concluded election.
Divided your region.
Bring it back to
the national.
Bring it back to the just concluded election. Just concluded election.
Igbo refuse to unite himself. So he can't get the presidency.
Just concluded election.
We brought a P2B, and you saw the inroad he made in the last election. Why was it that the Igbos were asked not to come out and vote? Every time Igbos should go, especially in this Lagos, the so-called Center of Excellence. Why is it the Constitution that said that every time, whenever the people of Lagos feel like, they will tell the Igbos, don't vote, go back to your state, go back. Is it consistently? Tell me any time such a thing has happened in the Southeast. Mention the time.
Nobody is disturbing from voting Lagos. If they disturb you, how come you're having two commissioners? How come you're having chairman who are Igbo men in Lagos State? Really? How come you're having vice chairman who are Igbo men in Lagos State? At least as Aturi Assam, if I don't know anything, I know of Amu Odofin and I know of Ajero Mifelu. The current vice chairman is an Igbo man, a core Igbo man.
You are not being sincere.
How did you get to that position?
Right, now,
if you unite yourself as an Igbo people, you will get the presidency. When you continue to divide yourself because of who you are, you
mention the time.
Nobody is disturbing. Unite yourself as an Igbo people, you will get the presidency. When you continue to divide yourself because of who you are, you can't get the presidency. It's as simple as that. It's not the problem of anybody. It's not the problem of anybody.
I don't like the fact that
unite yourself as an Igbo people, you will get the presidency. When you continue to divide yourself because of who you are, you can't get the presidency. It's as simple as that. Unite yourself as an Igbo people, you will get the presidency. When you continue to divide yourself because of who you are, you can't get the presidency. It's as simple. Unite yourself as an Igbo people, you will get the presidency. When you continue to divide yourself because of who you are, you can't get the presidency. It's unite yourself as an Igbo people, you will get the presidency. When you continue to divide yourself because of who you are, you can't get the presidency. It's as simple as that. Unite yourself as an Igbo people, you will get the presidency. When you continue to divide yourself because of who you are, you can't get the presidency. It's as simple as that.
And that makes me
telling you, we are you divide yourself.
You are outburst. You need to check it. You say the Igbos can never get the presidency.
If you unite yourself, you will get it.
You are on national television.
If you unite, you will. Look how you did. Look how you did for Peter Obi. Look how you united for Peter Obi and you got the figure. If you can unite in the next election, you will get 2027. What you did in 2023, if you can unite once again, you will get it.
We are not united.
No, you will get it.
You said we are not united.
2027, prepare for it.
You said we are not united.
2027,
united when Tinubu got it.
Barrister.
Tinubu got it because Yoruba.
Barrister, please hold on.
Please be sincere to yourself.
Mr.
Meanwhile, the North are telling that they are the one that gave us the vote.
If you are ready, you will get 2027.
All right, gentlemen.
Along with Peter Obi, you will get 2027.
No, you are not the one to decide. You are not the one to decide.
Well,
what we are saying here,
we don't appreciate the gentleman. We don't appreciate the profiling of an ethnic group, and we also do not appreciate
that is the rule. They
sort
always
of
do it. They
outburst.
profile
We
us
are here
all
to
the time,
ask
so
questions
we don't care. It's not new.
and find a solution to a problem. So I would like us to coordinate ourselves in the studio. Thank you very much.
Problem.
Now let's get back to Barrister, please. Thank you. Now let's get back to John Akirele. John, do we still have John Akirele virtually?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Good to have you. Good to have you, John. Now let's wrap up this conversation. Your thoughts now on basically your concluding thoughts on what you've observed so far, and do respond to the question asked earlier if Mr. Sunday Igboho is being sincere or just playing to the gallery, because I'm not sure we got the correct answer to that question.
Thank you very much, Moses. You see, a place where people have bitterness in their mind as a result of historical precedents. And that's what you're seeing happening in the studio.
You haven't seen nothing yet. This one has
Barrister, on the other hand, is telling you he's a student of history and he never forgets. Mr. Quello, on the other hand, also, listening to both of them, you can see the divide and you can understand better the kind of mess we are as a people. And so for me, Sunday Igboho, either you say he's playing to the gallery, or he's saying he's just joking, or he's saying what he's saying now does not really carry weight. Don't forget that it's a seed that has been planted. If it did not pull through Sunday Igboho, mark my word, it will still pull through. It might take 40 years, it might take 100 years, but it will still pull through if the underlying issues are not dealt with. Moses, most of us travel outside the country and we see the kind of treatment we get, even when we are not citizens of those countries. How come in our own country we can have such equality? How come we can have such an enabling environment in our own country? Why must it be that I must be a Yoruba man, or I must speak Yoruba to get a job, or I must speak Igbo to get an Igbo office? So we must get to that point where we rise above ethnic bigotry, religious bigotry, when we look at competence and capacity, who can do this job well?
No English.
Look at other countries of the world. When they debate, Moses, they debate based on policies and ideas, not I will do road. And so, if you are talking about failure of leadership, Moses, both the north, the south, southwest, southeast, and all part of our leaders have all failed us. And the result of that failure is the agitation you are seeing from left, right, and center. And if these failures are not addressed, Moses, I'm scared to say to you that we are just sitting on a time bomb that is a ticking time bomb for that matter. So for me, it's a call to action that there should be equality in the land. It's a call to action that at this point in time, we need that constitution review. We need to have a confederation where people can sit together and discuss our constitution. Moses, the one going on presently is the annual state creation, where some people feel they are not part of Edo State and they are not part of Delta State, and so they should create their own state. So my question now is there an increase in the geographical territory? The answer is no. It means that it's the same territory, but some people feel they are not part of it. So how can we now have more inclusive system of governance?
All right.
How can we make every region be included? That is what we can say.
John,
we are indeed a nation.
Before you conclude, interestingly, there's a video I saw some back, and I think we will be playing that video for you. It was online, so we got it from the online space. In this video, before you get to here, in this video, these gentlemen were interviewed, and from their accent, one can say that they are from the southwestern part of Nigeria. And this gentleman spoke convincingly that they are of the opinion that the president is an Igbo man. And so he's favoring the Igbos. Interesting thoughts, I must say.
And
but let's listen to them.
They are saying it intentionally. They know what they are doing.
You said that Tinubu is an Anambra.
Yes, you know.
I said Tinubu is an Anambra.
Tinubu mother from Osun State. In fact, of Anambra, you know, we on his side.
Is that the reason why you said that's the reason why Yoruba are suffering?
Yes, sir.
You said Yoruba are suffering because Tinubu is from Anambra.
Yes, that's why we are suffering now.
Why? So Tinubu government can't favor Igbo?
Yes, see the reason. Igbo people, they joined the Tinubu regime. So they no suffering at all.
Igbo people, they enjoy it.
Well.
Papa, what do you have to say?
It's true. Igbo people, they enjoy.
They are enjoying Tinubu.
They are enjoying Tinubu administration. He favor them.
He no favor.
He no favor Yoruba and Hausa. But he favor Igbos.
You said Tinubu is from Anambra. Do you?
He from Anambra 60s. He mother from Osun. from initial from
his mother.
His mother, Rabiji, from Rabiji.
Okay. I can't be a Lagosian.
Don't worry, everybody now can be.
He's a Muslim.
He's a Muslim.
But that's the reason why Yoruba people are suffering the government.
Yes. A father from Anambra from Inewi.
They just create that.
Yeah, with his mother. They meet at Lagos.
Okay.
So that's why
they are suffering because Igbo man, they favor Igbo man.
They favor Igbo man. Yes.
Come. Where did they go?
So there you have it. You do recall that there was a time also that Obasanjo was accused of being from Anambra as well. Well, So these are the thoughts of some Nigerians. You might say they're not very educated, but it goes a long way when you talk about these individuals in Nigeria, these Nigerians having these mindsets. Wouldn't that be a reason for agitation? So if you're talking about playing to the gallery or an actual agitation, wouldn't this be a reason? Because there seems to be something against those from the southeastern part of Nigeria. Well, let's have John conclude on his thoughts, and then I'll come back to the studio. John, please. One more minute, John. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, you see, for me, it's quite funny, but there is a message in that video that all political elites should learn. And what's that message? Let's have clarity about your background so as to avoid all of these misinformations. Moses, if you are to be a governor, let's know where your father is from. Let's know where your mother is from. So that at the end of the day, something like this will not come up on the social media. Now, because we don't even know the identity of Mr. President, with all due respect, all of these are coming out. Some are saying his mother is from Brgie, his father is from Anambra. He is the only person who can address this issue. And the issue about identity, about credentials, so many issues are hanging. So in a case where leaders are not given clarity, assumptions will take the air. And that's what you have. So going forward, let's make corrections.
All right, then. Thank you very much, John. Let's come back to the studio. Barrister, go ahead.
Now, Moses, you see, one of the reasons why I always, dwell in history is not because I am a history student, but because we have read so many things about this country. We know there are historical antecedents to all our dealings in Nigeria. You see, when problem starts, most Nigerians don't even see it as a problem until the thing now develops into a life of its own and want to swallow all of us. But we forgot that somebody started this thing that we are talking about.
I want you people to pay attention to where this bigotry started. This man is about to tell us when this ethnic bigotry starts. When that idiot was talking before, he didn't want to mention bigotry. You think it is Tinubu that started it? It's not Tinubu. I want you to know where the propaganda against the Igbo started, where this ethnicity issue started. Today they will tell you they are founding father, this father. Even the founding father don't believe in the so-called Nigeria. They don't. Awolowo does not believe in Nigeria. Dr. Nnanezikiwe does not believe in Nigeria. Tafawa Balewa does not believe in one Nigeria. But today, the people who are calling them fathers are holding hand on something that their so-called fathers did not believe in. Their so-called fathers never believed in one Nigeria. Today, they are very proud to call them founding fathers. But instead of you to go ahead and follow what your founding fathers are doing, you didn't. The founding fathers, their so-called founding fathers, didn't believe in one Nigeria. They never believed in it. Awolowo, in fact, called it a geographical expression. Tafawa Balewa said to Nnanezikiwe, we are not the same and we cannot be the same. The only person who was even stupidly trying to carry everyone along is Nnanezikiwe. Nnanezikiwe was the only foolish man among them, who always think that he can, because they made him a president, he can be able to force the Igbos into an entity that is they are not wanted anyway. I want you to listen to this man. You are going to hear the source, the beginning of the whole thing, this ethnic bigotry. Listen carefully.
1952, Zik won election.
Leaders are not given clarity. leaders are not giving clarity, assumptions will take the air, and that's what you have. So going forward, let's make corrections.
All right, then. Thank you very much, John. Let's come back to the studio. Barrister, go ahead.
Now, Moses,
listen.
One of the reasons why I always, dwell in history is not because I am a history student, but because we have read so many things about this country. We know there are historical antecedents to all our dealings in Nigeria. You see, when problem starts, most Nigerians don't even see it as a problem until the thing now develops into a life of its own and want to swallow all of us. But we forgot that somebody started this thing that we are talking about. In 1952, Zik won an election in the Southwest to become the leader of the Western Region Parliament. What happened?
Listen.
That I'm talking of something would have destroyed this tribalism and whatever. What happened? Awolowo said, no, a son cannot be a slave in his father's house. So how can an Igbo man be a leader in the Southwest? And destroy the people, and the rest is history. The people that supported Azikiwe, overnight, all of them were cross-carpeted to Awolowo's side. And when Zik looked at in the morning, when Zik woke up, he discovered that all the people that were with him in the Southwest that have all ran to Awolowo. The man said, okay, no problem. He now ran to the Southeast and told, what's that his name now? The man from Calabar. And told him, please go back to your own decision. That was the seed of tribalism was planted. Moses, is that not true? Tell me.
Your history.
These are leaders. They never thought that this thing will create such a big problem now.
All right.
And we are pretending as if we don't know. You can't bury history. You can't.
This is your concluding thought.
You cannot bury history.
All right, thank you very much.
So,
thank you very much,
since that time, how that type of behavior has changed?
Let's move on to, let's have Okweluwa.
It has not changed. So let us start blaming the Constitution.
Barrister,
it is leaders that did it for their own selfish interests.
Barrister, thank you very much. Okweluwa, please, your concluding thoughts. In a minute, please.
Nigeria can move from where we are to where we want to be if we are ready to push for the next level. The next level is sacrifice. Sacrifice from the leaders, sacrifice from the people. The next level is to follow governance in the 21st century.
Okay.
The next level is to unite Nigeria. The next level is to elect a leader with content, not with ethnic color.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Okweluwa Taiwo. Now let's get into another conversation now. Ondo Gubapol.
My fellow Biafrans, I hope you enjoyed the program. I brought this program to show you what is actually happening and to let you know that the only solution today is for every one of us, as long as you're from the old southeastern region, fall behind the Biafran government under the command of our Prime Minister, Simon. That is the only way forward. Every one of us should align ourselves behind our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Wherever you are, you must fall behind him. That is the only solution to the problem. And for those indigenous people in Nigeria, those indigenous groups, indigenous citizens, the Biafrans are not your enemy. We are not your enemy. We are not against you. We are not after you. Please concentrate on your own region, how to make it better. If you chose to be in your own Nigeria, good luck. We wish you well. Don't stand on our way. We are not your problem. We cannot force you to be free. Everything we are doing today is for the benefit of everyone, to save humanity, to save the zoo, the indigenous people, to save them from the calamity that the British have placed upon them. Every time you come on their conventional media, you will see them come and speak eloquently. They will say Nigeria is sitting in a gunpowder. Nigeria is sitting in a keg of gunpowder. Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. But none of them is telling you how to move away from that keg of gunpowder so that it doesn't explode. The common languages they use, including the West, they will say Nigeria is sitting on the keg of a gunpowder. That is the common language they use. But none of them can come and tell you how you can sit away, walk away from that keg of gunpowder so that it doesn't explode on you. Today, we the Biafran people, we have found a solution. Under the Biafran government, on the command of our Prime Minister, our template is very straight. And I bet you, we are going home. It does not matter what you think. It doesn't matter whether you support us or not. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. If you are a Biafran, follow our template, and I bet you, you are going to enjoy your freedom. But if you fail to follow the template, wait for it. Nigeria is going to happen to you. And when it happens to you, pray that you'll be alive to tell the story. Pray and pray very hard that you will be alive to tell the story. As for Nigeria, it is definitely going to happen to you. The only thing you can do for yourself today, if you are from Biafra land, support the Biafran government the best way you can. Support the Biafran government. This is the time. There is no time to waste. Support financially, morally, in any way, more especially financially, because after December 2nd, it is going to be a different ballgame. Our convention is coming up from 29th of November up to 3rd of December. In that convention, the final result of the self-referendum will be called. After the final result, many people are going to attend that very convention, including international bodies. Press across the world are going to attend. It is going to be massive. After that convention, you are going to see recognition. Mostly, maybe before the convention, recognitions are going to come. You can see the job that our lobbyists are doing in DC. You can see the job that our lobbyists are doing in DC. It is not done in the secret. It is done in the open. This is not the time we tell you, oh, we are working on the ground. Oh, we are doing something on the ground. There is nothing done on the ground. Everything that needs to be done on the ground, after doing on the ground, the Prime Minister will come back and tell you, look at what I have done. Look at how far I have gone. Look at what I have brought forward. And I bet you, if you do not retrace your step, if you're a Biafran and you don't retrace your step, one Nigeria is definitely going to happen to you. And when it happens to you, you will not live to tell the story. You will not live to tell the story. The only thing you can do today is to align behind Biafra. If you are a Biafran serving in the Zoological Republic, the time for you to take a leave is now. Resign. Honorably resign. If you don't, the pursuit of freedom of Biafra is not about tribe. It's not about religion. It's not about race. Whoever you are and you are serving as an instrument of oppression against the Biafran people, you will be treated as an enemy. It doesn't matter your tribe, whether you are Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Ijaw, Efik, whichever tribe you are, and you are wearing that regalia of Nigeria in Biafran territory, you will be treated as an enemy. The warning has been given. Move away from Biafran territory. The time is now. And for those of you who are still serving in the zoo and you're from Biafra land, what is going to befall you? The judgment is going to befall you. I tell you, many of you will not live to tell the story. And I'm going to bring up one of our own, a Biafran, who the one Nigeria has happened to. This is a Biafran soldier who they have condemned to death. A Biafran who is serving the Zoological Republic. They sentenced him to death. Look at it. Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, posted it. He said, this is how they are killing Biafrans. We warned you to leave the Nigerian terrorists, but you refuse. Ask yourself, how many of the terrorists who are killing Christians, women, and children have been sentenced to death? None of them. Of course. Including Boko Haram that have taken life of people, they don't sentence them. Today, they have condemned one of the Biafran soldiers, one of the Biafran man, a Biafran man who is serving in the zoo. They said he shot his superior. And because of that, they have condemned him to death. This is a country that has set free criminals, a country that has set free terrorists. Today, they have sentenced a Biafran to death. But when we tell them to resign, they won't resign. When we tell them to resign, they will not resign. Every one of you that is still there, shaking their head, it will still happen to you. It's just a question of time. If you love yourself and you know yourself, the time to resign is now. If you care about your life, resign. Tender your resignation now. This is the time for you to resign. If you refuse to resign, you are going to pay a heavy price. Heavy price. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program, I appreciate every one of you that have been part of this program. Continue to share this program to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Share it to everyone that is close to you. We must continue to preach this gospel to get across to everyone to hear. Every one of us must rally around behind Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. We must give our support to him. Continue to pray for him. Continue to support him in any way you can. That is the right thing to do. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been part of this program from the beginning to the end. If you have not yet subscribed to this very channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. We are all members of the media. Even you that is in the comment section, you have a responsibility. We must engage in radical evangelism. This is not the time that they take away the media from us. This is not 1967. Today, we have to take that media. We thank Chukwu Okekabia for the social media and the job that our Supreme Amazon Nandikara have done. We must not fall his hand. In every platform where you are, make sure you share this program. Family, friends, platforms, make sure. If at this time, as a Biafran, you are not using your platform to share things that have to do with Biafran, sorry, you are part of the problem. But I bet you, with or without you, we are going to get our freedom. May Chukwu Okekabia continue to guide and protect every Biafran across the world, wherever you may be. May Chukwu Okekabia continue to guide and protect the Liberation Army of Biafra. May Chukwu Okekabia continue to guide and protect the de facto government of the homeland. Guide and protect our Black Marine. Guide and protect the resistance fighters. The Biafran Liberation Army, may they be protected. We pray for the de facto government of the homeland. We pray for all our members of the media, all the people speaking on various platforms. We pray that Chukwu Okekabia will guide and protect every one of us. We pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. We pray for Chukwu Okekabia to continue to guide him, protect him, secure him, give him divine protection. No evil shall befall him. 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 He will never dash his foot against a stone. Whatever trap they set for him, it will catch them. Any hole they dig for him, they will fall into it. We pray for our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandekano. Wherever Mazen Nandekano is, we pray for his good health. We pray for strength for Mazen Nandekano. We pray for healing for Mazen Nandekano. We pray for divine protection for Mazen Nandekano. We pray for revelation for Mazen Nandekano. We pray for Mazen Nandekano that Chukwu Okekabia will continue to be with him, guide him, protect him, and secure him. Every poison they inject into him, it will turn to a nutrient in his body. We pray that Mazen Nandekano will join us very, very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. Before we go, I want you to hear this from our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa as we close the program.
We are going to do wonders. I want you all to understand that we are in a very big battle. Battle for freedom is not for lily-livered people. It's not for kids. Battle for freedom, they throw bombs, rockets for people to get freedom. So freedom is not meant for people that are too emotional. It's not meant for people that somebody will talk this and talk that and they begin to shiver. No. I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get Biafra. Believe me. Go and mark today's date. I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom, I will be there for you. So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there. Any day, anytime.
Thank you so much. You have heard that word from our Prime Minister. Is the word of strength. I appreciate every one of you, and I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Kambia. Thank you, and see you on the
Texas Liaison USA is welcoming our Obataobi, His Excellency Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to the United States of America, USA, for a town hall meeting. Therefore, we're inviting all wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafrans, well-wishers, and all lovers of freedom to this great event. Yeehaw! We move!
Every day, you depend on you walking up your man. So make a window to them. You win, you win, you win. You win, you win, you win. For Biafra. Raffle draw. In Finland. In exile.
Raffle Biafran Republic Government in exile present a fantastic raffle game. Biafran Freedom Raffle BFR is a raffle sales in support of Biafran Freedom, which will be drawn and prizes given at the declaration of the independent states of Biafra in Finland between November 29 to December 10, 2024. BFR is for everyone amazing. Raffle prize is $20. Total winning prize $10,000. First prize $5,000. Second prize $3,000. Third prize $2,000. For more information and to participate, click https://biafrarepublicgov.org/raffle. BFR is for 2 months only. Hurry up and buy raffle sales for Biafra Freedom today. Buy for your children and grandchildren. Buy for your relatives, friends. Do your part now, because when we give all our needed support, God crowns us with Biafra we long for. Good luck and happy win. Raffle.
Every day, we depend on you walking up your man. So make a window to them. You win, you win, you win. Biafra is our home. A referendum is our right to you.
Brgie USA is welcoming our Obataobi, His Excellency Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa to United States USA for a town hall meeting, and Brgie, Texas will be presenting the Kola Nut, Iwa Oji. Therefore, we are inviting wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafrans, well-wishers and all lovers of freedom to this great event.
We are going home. Mamiji, we know Biafra. We know Afro. We know
BFR Raffle Jingo. My people, follow who no road. His Excellency Simon Ekpa Njoku. Na him they carry us enter Biafra. He they play the show. No be lie. The good guy, Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government, in exile, went there for Obodo Yibo, Finland. With him government, na him they do the wonder. Say make you join, follow up. He go sweet you for body. Freedom today, better for you and your pikin them. I dey tell you, he can still bring ogbonge raffle draw with big money when you go win. I dey tell you, no be lie. Starting from on the 29th of November, go reach December 3rd. Now this thing they happen 2024. And make I shock you, the money, it makes sense well. $20 and total winning prize $10,000. First prize $5,000. Third prize $2,000. BFR. No sit down, no sit down. Look, na dog name. They want from here gather money to build Biafra, where you they cry for sins. You go also win too.
Keep on fighting, yeah, yeah, ooh. Stop. Keep on fighting, yeah, yeah, ooh. Stop complaining, oh na na na.
Get ready, good people of Biafra and lovers of freedom all over the world, for this invitation announcement as we approach the December Biafran historical event in Finland 2024. The Biafran Redeclaration Sponsorship Committee and its members are inviting all Biafrans and friends for a mega fundraising this Sunday, October 20th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Biafran time. Always remember that the enemies understand what is coming and they wait for resolve. So the harder we push and support financially, the more the enemies tremble. The closer we get to the promised land, the tougher we expect it to be. Together we shall win, and the sun must surely rise this year. Biafran first, Biafran Exodus, and Biafran Republic Government in Exile. Bon.
Shout out to them soldiers, where they find them, where they find us. Stand strong and courageous, cause if you leave them, they will cage us. Shout out to them soldiers, where they find them, where they find us. Stand strong and courageous, cause if you leave them, they will cage us. Brother, it's a matter of time, truth to prevail all your days.
After today, if anything happened to anybody in Biafra land that mention their name here, we are going to change it here. And again, we are going to change, will be a different Idoaka. All of you will pay the price.
Nigerian government is evil. It's evil. Nigerian government is a killer. Yes, it's killer. Nigerian government is a murderer. Sure, they are murderers. Monkey carry money, python swallow money. What you know go here? What you know go here now? Everybody quiet. All the youths are quiet. Musicians are quiet. Nollywood are quiet. Biafra government take illegal. Biafra government take illegal. Simon make illegal. Akumba walobo. Akum. Onyane kumwele fono no. Obato pie. New dimension, yes, multi-dimensional approach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ebon, woto. Ebon, kopafa. Woto. Ebon, kopafa. Woto. Mbajo my freedom, okay, Pumaka. 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 For many years you've been killing us. Many years you've been slaving us. For broad daylight you killed us. Swaba, Obigo, Okuama, Fabakeleke, Mbo, Enugu, Ehamu, They kill my mama, they kill my papa, they kill my civilization. For Bayesa, don't they kill us? Don't rivers of Baya. Yes, don't they kill us? I got me one day I live there. Like I got Kamuna.
Manakano, what do I take on? The Kelepan Gake on Dodori. Someone upon making a Mwaki Venu. How could you with them? They could buy no. What about the Quago? What make it a quago? What make it a quago? It's not good about Tobia, not good about Tobia. But let's have your flack of the line. I'll be a woman. Angela made me say, I'll be a woman. Brother, Biafra to be the Mumma Dodori. I think you're going to knock a Nayo, no, it's Daniel, and to be the Mumano. In Malafari. See, I'm not a metal if you remember like a memory if you pass them on the Kunali, you know, Kunu. It's not your convention came with 29 November, Latino. Now, but December 30, declare like the Aflano. University Melum go be the Mumanafa. It's a new way of Patano. Oyana when you phone name. Now, as a Patano when you phone name. That's the Patano view that don't. If you Fabiano, what I have Lavano, Mano. I remember kiss a melody, my men like I see a menu. That's not coming back, back, and you don't know. Men like you and by your song as a you can. It's in a way to learn. I had them and I had them. Oh, yes, in order for your mayor of Fulani. Always know when I see Padoli. I am not even half Fulani. I just not kind of my other my way to kill and Kano. I just need to know what I think. What I know. Don't know. You can get to what you say. I got to watch it. My one is over taken. My one is the go there. My one was to go to Chatalone. Not only cannot go, I mean, I'm going to go. I can't go to taken. Okay, with you for money. How do I get a bag? No, no more. Not more apple. But I apple. I went down one apple more. Now, I don't know far. Probably from my wife go with my own way. I keep on up. I'm going to do it. If I'm not about to I don't know about to learn. If you say, I think it's an adult. Not going to have it. But I like to be there, man. And I did that doesn't want to do. But I'm not going to put up on a fire like I tell you. And you not alive yet, but I'm not doing so. How my father you were chilling down out of our Johnny to make a half an hour. But not alive, you have like a video mano. But not alive, you have like a video mano. That's what I go on for you mean I thought you know could be the mano. When you're no way, think about that, you have like I went no one. Don't oh, yeah, me. I cannot get another one on the ground. I want you to go to San Soluno. I am made up when I go. Ndona go to no. Anyway, think about that, you know, you give them what I'm doing. My man, I am made. Ngala tonu me kene kuno ele za stop onu me kene kwego founder onu me kene kwego adanda buna nde kene onu me kene kwego achalu go wa yo ba nge boy ibonu onu me kene no kwe ndona ya gazie onu me kene waka ba kete mo tla na do onu me kene kuno do ya gazie onu kene kwolu kono ga we kuche ya onu me kene kunuo nde moving train onu me kene kunuo leasing officer no bodo ni onu me kene kunuo nde ba no France onu me kene kunuo Germany onu me kene kunuo nde bodo onu me kene kunuo ndewo onu me kene kunuo
Ndewo.
Ndewo.
na-eme ka obido dị mma n'akanụ atụrụ anyị nche ọnụ ekelekwa nga ekele ọnụ dodori samanụ kpọnụ m ekele egwu nwoke ibe egwu ọkụ si egwegwe m ndị ekwuru be anyị nụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ si na ngwụ nwabata obie na ngwụ nwabata obie ma bụletara anyị Biafra ka obi eduru anyị nụ alụrụ egwu obe na ndị na-eme m ife alụrụ egwu obe bụletara ndị Biafra ka obido ụmụ mmadụ dodori ọbụ ife ịgbalụ n'akwa ka nna ya ogolo olu sigba ma elu nya ka obido ụmụ mmanụ agwa mmanụ afagharị tinye ịkpa m n'akpa metenarị n'ife ime m n'aka ma emenarị n'ife ịkpazie m n'ọnụ ma
Ndewo.
Onye kwuru ka a na-eme ọgbata obi ihe kwuru ka a na-eme ọya ọwụ na m ihe bụ agụ chụpụsịrị ndị zoo polisi na checkpoint na Biafra land.
Mmadụ ga-eme ya. O nwere ka ị ga-esi tigide ụmụazị ihe ofe ụbọchị ha kwụrụ kwechiri ọhịa anyị na-eme anyị nụcha ọgụ a anywhere afụrụ ihe yiri ndị Biafra mgbe Usman Dan Fodio buru agha nke ya wee bata wee gbugide ndị ugwu wee gbuchie ha wee were ana ha sọnsọ that story ahụ akụkọ ahụ bụ ihe a na-akọrọ anyị akọgide aka ka Usman Dan Fodio si wee gbuchie ndị ugwu o wee bụzi ya datina onye sizi n'ugwu Awụsa wee pụta ma agụ ụra n'ala Igbo isisi agbakwana ejekwana dị ọgụ na ọ na-agbakwa daga maka ọrụ ihe a kọrọ anyị ndị a were egwu Igbo onye Awụsa ma agụ ụra ịgbachi ya nkịtị maka na ịma na ọ ga-ama gị daga mana ọ macha gị daga ahụ nwe ihe ị ga-eme ndị a wee were ụjọ wee jide anyị wee na-dagbuo onye ugwu mee gị ihe ịgbachi nkịtị ị na-edi ya mana onye nwanne gị bụ onye Igbo mee gị ihe o wee Biafra mee gị ihe isi ka egbuo ya nkịta nke echi maka na ịma na ọ naghị ama daga aga m agwa unu na daga anyị kịta abụrụzi against ndị Igbo daga anyị kịta bụ against ndị ahụ bịara ube anyị igbu anyị kwotu Usman Dan Fodio style a ga-ama ha ivu eva n'ụwa niile a daga niile ha malụ n'ugwu Awụsa anyị ga-amakarịa ha nwasef ebe a ka anyị nọ amachazi ya ewerezi onwe ya we now begin to idozi ana anyị dozie ana Igbo dozie ana Biafra ọ dịla anyị mma maka na ihe anyị na-achọ ka ọ dị onye ọbụla na mma ka ihe niile a na-eme na-aga aga onye nwere isi ọgụgụ ọ gụọ onye nwere isi eji arụpụta ihe o mee ya na-alụ ya na-afọ ya na ya na-eme kọmpetishọn n'ọhịa ọhịa na-eme ka ụwa dị mma onye ọbụla na-egori ndewo otu unu kwenu kedu ihe a na-akpọ ya sef otu nnọkọ ezinụlọ kwenu otu nnọkọ ezinụlọ kwenu Biafra kwezuonu asị egwu nalametọ
nna m lee idi ya ọgbata obi idi ya odogwu nwoke ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma nna m ọgbata obi daalụ a sị na onye na-eme
ụbọchị taa ụbọchị gị ọbata obi ụmụ Igbo ya echiwe gị ọzọ today ikwete na ọ na-eme
ọbata obi daalụ nna m a sị na onye na-eme ka m si eme ka m na-akpọ ọyịm ọma nke bụ eziokwu bụ ndị izu ndị ha yiri anyị egwu kpọọ ya anyị ụjọ n'ahụ mana ịgwaghị eziokwu kamgbe ụmụazị m wee kweghị n'ụjọ ahụ that is why mbelecha anya like this obi aṅụrị na-akpa m ọ kachasị otu isi wee kwechikwuoro ebe ndị afọ nja nọ na-agwa ha eziokwu
ọkwa ifuru sinsi iji agwa ha eziokwu ha anaghịzi abịa amanya anyị ụjọ ha na-amanya anyị bikos anyị ekwechirigo. Nna m daalụ nwoke ọma akwụ gị n'azụ ọmaka ma elu gị.
Ndewo maazị onye isi ala anyị. Ha sị na ịda asụ Igbo mana a ga-emecha kweta taa maka na ihe ndị Igbo ka anyị nọ.
Ndị na-ekwu ihe a ngwana ya ka m asụ Igbo. Ha na-asụ Igbo, ha na-asụ ụdị Igbo nna asụ. Ha na-asụ Igbo Abakaliki.
Mba nọ.
Ịma nke ma nke ọzọ.